I decided to do this video blog because I've been getting a lot of questions from individuals asking me, what is an out-of-body experience? Can anybody have an out-of-body experience? An out-of-body experience is basically when your soul ends up leaving the confines of your physical body and it travels onto the astral plane, otherwise known as the spiritual realm. Can anybody have an out-of-body experience? Yeah, if you have a soul, then anybody can, have an out-of-body experience. Now, for me, my experience started happening to me when I was 18 years of age. I didn't want them to happen, but they happened. What I ended up doing was I tried to get all the material that I could on the subject matter of the out-of-body experience. And I started to learn how to control them, induce them. What I ended up doing, my first controlled out-of-body experience was where, I decided to lie down in my bed and I was meditating for a good, I think it was 15, 20 minutes. And the thing is that you have to be able to be still. Like, I don't know if you've ever meditated before, but you have to, clear your mind of all the junk that's in there, sit or lie still and basically lie down. You close your eyes and all of a sudden I started to feel, the vibrations, like on my forehead, my hands, my feet, and then all throughout my body. And as my eyes are closed, I start to see a stream of white light, right? And the thing is that it's not blinding light. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's a nice glowing light, a peaceful light, if you will. From there, I started hearing like, it was sort of like a vibration or a humming noise right by my ears. And then all of a sudden, I started to float away. And I was aware that I was floating away. And I'm like, wow, I'm like, unbelievable. So as I'm floating away from my body, I'm here being able to see my entire room. I could see it. And I was just like, I was astonished. I was like, wow. And the thing is that here I was right by the ceiling. Right by the ceiling. And then all of a sudden, I look and I could see my physical body on my bed. And I got scared. I was like, oh my gosh, there is my physical body. And I see it lying down like this. So many things started going through, I guess, my consciousness when I saw my physical body. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. I'm having a near-death experience. I'm having a heart attack. That's what was going on through my mind. I started spinning out of control. I was going, like, it was like a spiral of energy going like this. And then all of a sudden, I snapped back to my body and boom, I jumped out of my bed. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, wow. And the thing is that when I returned to my physical body, I felt so nauseous. I felt like I was going to throw up, literally. But I vowed never to attempt an out-of-body experience again. I said, no, thank you. No, I'm not doing this ever again. The book that I was reading, it stated that, the first time is usually the hardest, because the thing is that you are entering uncharted territories. I wanted no part of it. I was like, no, thank you. I'm not going to do that. But then a couple weeks later, I decided that I decided to read a little further, and I said, you know what? I'm going to try another one. I'm going to try, another experience, try to induce it again. This is the second controlled experience where I'm lying in my bed and, I was meditating in and out for a good like 15, 20 minutes. Sure enough, I started feeling the vibrations throughout my body. And then with my eyes closed, I could see the streams of white light. And then again, I started feeling the sounds or that loud humming noise right by the ear area, or the ears, this part. And then I guess in my mind, I commanded my soul to leave my body. So then I started floating away. Again, I could see my entire room, and I was looking around. But this time, I did not look at the bed. That's where my physical body was. I didn't want to look at it because the first time when I looked at my physical self, I almost literally got sick. And the second time that I did this, I decided not to look, and then I would just observe. So I'm here in my room. It's like I'm walking around and I'm just observing everything throughout my room except my physical body. So I'm here like, wow. I'm just like, and I'm aware, I'm consciously aware of everything. I'm like, whoa. I get to my door and I hesitate. And the thing is that I'm like, I try opening the door because, in the physical world, you can't go through the door. You can grab the door, open the knob, or turn the knob and open the door on the physical world. So I'm here trying to open the door, but I can't. My hand is going through the doorknob. And and the thing is that once I touch the doorknob, I start to feel energy, because everything is energy, right? So I feel an energy in my hand as I'm touching this, and I'm like, wow, this is deep. Here, standing before me, is my door. I can't open the door, so I decide I'm gonna go through it. And then all of a sudden there was a surge of energy. Like I go right through the door and there's a surge of energy right past me, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, wow. So I'm here in my apartment roaming around, not floating around, but I was just, I guess, walking, observing, the area in my house or my apartment. I decided that I wanted to go further away from my body. I didn't want to go too far because, like I said, this was uncharted territory, and for myself. Well, here I am in the living room, and I'm looking around. Everything is normal the way it is on the physical realm. And it sounds kind of funny when I say physical realm, spiritual realm. In my living room, where I was living when I was 18, there was a big window. And the thing is, I hesitated. I can't go out that way because it's a glass window. But see, that's the thing. This is the physical way of thinking. But the thing is that you're not on the physical realm anymore. You're on the spiritual realm. Go through the window. So I ended up going through the window, and it was an amazing feeling. It was just a surge of energy, flow right through me when I went through the glass window. Mind you, I lived on the 4th floor in the apartment. So I'm here floating around throughout the parking lot, and I'm floating. I saw the outside, the outside of the apartment building. It was just the way it was. It was, dark. It was nighttime, and I was like, wow. And then the thing is that I felt that, it was time to come back to my physical body. When I returned to my physical body, I was like, just left like that. I was speechless. And here's the thing. Like when I explain this to some individuals, you know what? They often kind of crack a joke or two saying, were you high or were you drinking when you were doing this? I find that funny unless you experience it. See, the thing is that for me, the way I look at this world now, I look at, how do I say, I look at it from a different perspective. Once you learn how to do an out-of-body experience and you're able to soul travel or astral project or have an out-of-body experience, how do I say it? It's sort of like this. Blinders, okay? Now when you have these experiences, the blinders are off. You see the world in different perspective. That's the best way I can put it. I'm going to break this up into, I think, 3 different parts or 2 different parts, because there's a lot of topic to talk about when it comes to out-of-body experiences.